Hi, this is Mark with APDI, the makers of My Brain Restore, also known as MBR. A lot of people call it that, so we have the initials there for My Brain Restore. And if you need to go to the website, it's mybrainrestore.com, just to let you know. What we're going to talk about today is basically the containers that we send out, which are very similar in consistency to the product to something like a protein shake. When we get these in, they're all sealed, okay? And then I got this from the warehouse, don't tell anybody. And they're clear, okay? So you can see the product inside. In addition, instead of putting a seal on the top here, okay? We have a lot of Parkinson's patients. We have a lot of caregivers, elderly people, Alzheimer's, dementia. Taking those seals off can be pretty difficult, okay? So this has a foam seal in it, which you can see here, okay? And when you tighten that down, and we tighten them down pretty good before we ship them, when we put product in it, and it looks more like that, okay? When that seals, you can reseal it. So that keeps the milled, ultra chill milled seed inside nice and fresh. And when we send it to you, typically, these things are milled not too far from when you get them. We try to make sure our supply is enough to move out as quickly as possible, but we hold it in its seed form because it has a much higher shelf life in its seed form. Most people don't realize that some seeds, like a ZC seed that we use for My Brain Restore, actually has like a 2-year shelf life. It's actually pretty incredible. But once you turn around and you mill it, you're basically letting all those chemicals and oils and everything else that's in there starting to release. So we try to keep it nice and sealed. We recommend, all these products are made for either to be used in 1 month or 2 months. The preventive version is 1 jar will last you 2 months. If it's active, then you would use 1 jar in 1 month. And if it's 2X, as we call it, you're going to use 2 jars in 1 month. Okay, and we'll explain that in a little bit. Okay, let me interrupt the video just for a moment. Real quickly, go down and click subscribe. You can pause the video, click subscribe, or do it while you're watching it. That way you'll know about everything new that we've got coming out. Number 2, go over, give us a thumbs up. That always helps us. Our ratings, more people will learn about it. And you can also click share. That's really nice because almost everyone knows someone else with neurological diseases and is facing the same problem you are, or even more difficult problems than you are. Click the share, send it to them so they have an opportunity to check out these videos. Now, let's get back to our main video. Mainly, the nice thing here is that we do put a seal on here. Once you open that up, once you crank that open, that is going to break that seal. And when you do it, it's going to put a void sticker here. Because of the nature of the product, we do not accept returns once it's shipped. That's it. Because we don't know how people stored it. Obviously, we can't take it back. So make sure you buy appropriately. Most everyone buys subscriptions because this doesn't work in a month. It doesn't work in a couple months. It takes 6 months to a year. It took me 6 months to get to the point where I could run in the Michael J. Fox marathon in Washington, D.C., which before that I had stage 3 Parkinson'd. I also tested positive for Alzheimer's, which was not fun to have dual neurological diseases at the same time. I started taking this, and I was the only one taking it that I know of on the planet for that regard, except for the mice. The mice, all that took this, and the experiments that were done actually in Japan, 100% of those mice were cured from Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. And we won't tell anybody, but they dissected those mice, they looked into their brains, and all those tendrils, everything that was a problem was gone. Okay, so it'd be really great if this would work for us as humans, okay? We can't say that for FDA regulations, that it doesn't cure any disease, we're not trying to treat any disease, but I can tell you what it did for me. It turned me from stage 3 Parkinson's to stage 1. pretty huge, okay? So understanding the jars, this is the way you're going to get it. All the jars are the same, so we don't have different versions and different mixes and stuff. No. It's all the same. It's just a matter of how much you're taking, okay? And again, I take the 2X version active every single 30 days. Okay, so this is my normal routine along with the supplements to get where I got. And I started taking that. We do have some people that started off with 1X, if you will, or just active, or maybe some of the preventive. And that's probably not going to have as much effect as the 2X. One thing in the experiments that was very clear was that it's dose dependent for the mice that they cured. In other words, small amounts of it didn't actually work, okay? Or didn't work as well. So when they got the dosage about right, and I felt the 2X was right for me, it worked. So, you know, everybody can try it at that point. Obviously, anybody can buy whatever they want to buy on the website, okay? So that's explaining the jars, how we do them, why we do them, so that Parkinson's people can open these a little earlier, or a little easier, I should say. And you might want to open it earlier so they can get it before anything else. And then it comes with a spoon, okay? And this spoon is also wrapped with a seal. And this is a 1/4 teaspoon. You can use your own teaspoon if you want, or half teaspoon. Actually, this is a half teaspoon, I'm sorry. This is a half teaspoon. So when you get it out of the jar, I want you to realize, and I've already opened this one. This is the one I use all the time, okay? I grab it like this and like that. So it's like a little pipe, okay? And it will clump a little bit because it has this natural oils in it and things like that. But don't overpack it, okay? You don't need to do that. Remember, you're gonna need 4 of these for 2X each day. You're gonna use 2 of them for 1X, or what we call active, and you just use 1 if you're trying to prevent it. And people that want to prevent it are gonna be people, and I've met a lot of them, that Parkinson's runs in the family, Alzheimer's runs in the family, dementia, you know, all these things, and Alzheimer's is kind of a form of a dementia, so all these things are associated. It kind of makes sense why one product, one supplement here, one nutraceutical had an effect like it did when they tested it, because these things have similar components in the brain that they're not perfectly the same, but obviously in the mice, it didn't matter. It cured all 3. So I'm happy my Alzheimer's has gone away, and I remember where my keys are and why I'm in the room that I just went into. In addition, you know, it's pretty easy to take. And we'll get into that in the next video. So in the next video is how to mix My Brain Restore, and we'll give you some ideas of how to do that. So check out the next video.